What's the latest from the US of A? What is happening for those who have not been watching the World Cup?
Australia managed to register their first victory in a rather
Managed तो पता क्या होता है? It's like just.
Yeah, so I would
expect wrong to a victory over Oman. Yeah.
No, but why I said managed because they reached just 160.
They were struggling a bit initially.
Yeah, initially. That's why I said I expected a lot more from them.
David Warner got runs.
No, 51 balls, 56. Yeah.
No,
but that's not the story about David Warner.
The Hulk part.
Shashwat knows the actual story.
David Warner. Siddharth Vishwanathan today.
It's similar name than Warner. 3 years.
Shashwat's stories I don't trust, because if I had trusted Shashwat, today there would be no Virat Kohli in the T20 World Cup team that is playing.
What is the context?
No, that was my opinion, and I also
not opinion.
No, okay.
Was it his opinion? Shashwat had broken a story here today that Virat Kohli is not going for the T20 World Cup. Then later he got selected for Afghanistan. He said, does not matter. I know it. There is some page. He will get dropped now further. Then he continued to do like that, and to his surprise, Virat is now there and opening. So that's why I take his stories with a
but sir, this is
pinch of salt.
But full of salt.
But it was in the air because there were reports after
that's
that also.
That's what I'm saying. Na, in the air, to bhai,
kites also.
Nothing happens in the air.
Yeah.
It happens on the ground.
Yeah.
So my tip is, zameen se jude raho. Hawa mein mat ho. Nothing happens in the air. Zameen se jude raho. If you, and there is another play of, if you keep your ears to the ground, you will know what's happening. So what is the thing?
I need to
keep your ears to the ground.
Yeah.
Not in what is happening in the air. Anyway, yes, Shashwat, what is the story about David Warner? I'll take it with a pinch of salt.
No, this is verified. What he's about to say is verified.
He actually walked into the wrong dressing room. He went into the Oman dressing room. Then halfway he realized he's walking into the wrong dressing room.
This is not his story.
So
it's the whole world.
The story for David Warner is that he's now the Australia's leading run scorer in T20 internationals. He has surpassed Aaron Finch. This is still a story.
No, but the total that they've got, had it or was it down to the pitch conditions and all of that?
I think from what I witnessed, one of the things that can really be credited from Oman's perspective was that they did bowl well initially, didn't really give too much, to offer for Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh. But one thing that I think really turned it around for Australia was that 26-run over, which Stoinis got. I think it was that in the 15th over.
No, but my point, that's okay. But see, you're saying, not a great thing, manage. But how much did Oman get?
120 or 125.
Then so what? It's like saying Ireland is I don't want to use the word, is a below average team based on yesterday. But the fact is, Ireland only managed 90s because of the pitch that was on offer. Ireland is not that bad a batting team as it is.
Yeah.
So if it's a tricky pitch, and looking at how you've had the tournament so far, I'm taking 160. If India is batting against an Oman or one of the minnows going forward in the US or Canada that they're playing, and they get 160, and on that occasion, let's say a Rohit or a Virat gets run a ball or 110 strike rate 50, I will take it, because on that occasion he's played a match-winning inning.
Absolutely.
Every time we can't be having the same yardstick. No, your conditions have to be taken into account. So because while I agree that overall David Warner's had a dip in terms of his aggression, in terms of
his form,
how he approaches. Form is okay, comes and goes, but his approach, which he used to be such an aggressive, so an aggressive batter, he's taken a bit of a beating there. Absolutely. You've seen it in the IPL, you've seen it everywhere. But on that occasion, if he's played like that, then I can't have any complaint.
No, but as far as David Warner, I don't think that he's not trying to play with that aggression. It's just that it's not happening, and it's not that it's just started. It's happening since the time he's been playing the ILT20. There also, then he came for the IPL.
Trying. No, Shasha, I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. It's like, see, you can see the intent of a player, no? Whether you get runs or not. I do not see that intent from David Warner. He is happy playing percentage cricket. Yeah, safe cricket. For example, that has become his comfort zone. For example, if you realize with Virat also, there is a comfort zone that he has, and when he continued to play like that, you saw that was, where he's very comfortable with. This is like bread and butter for him. But when he tried to change, you could see that effort that he's trying to make. There is that effort he's making to increase the tempo. If that effort you can't see in David Warner, then that's the problem. Whether, see, again, he tries to play like that and then doesn't get too many scores, you'll still give him that lever saying that, listen, he's trying. He's trying to be up with the net run rate, he's not getting. In David Warner's case, throughout the IPL also, I remember, there was no attempt. Okay, you don't get runs. You try to, like Yashasvi Jaiswal, wasn't getting a lot of runs, but you knew that he is trying to play, he's trying to play cricket. That wasn't David Warner. Though, having said that, I'll take these runs in these conditions. So which is why that joke on social media that KL Rahul, you've been perfect in these conditions. So if that's the role that David Warner plays, maybe it will work. But if you go to St. Lucia, maybe Barbados, we don't know how the pitches turn out, then you will not like. But then maybe Australia is like, it's okay, we can afford a David Warner playing like that because we've got a head, we've got a Mitch Marsh. They'll manage it. One anchor, everyone else goes ballistic.
In 2021 also, I remember David Warner had a pretty bad form in the IPL also, but they still backed David Warner in the World Cup also, and they were pretty.
He was the player of the tournament.
And I remember.
No, he was in the player.
Yeah, he was.
2021 he was.
Australia won. I remember his. No, I know, but he had that one outstanding knock semis against Pakistan. Yeah. Before that,
him and the Wade show, right?
Yeah, he did score against West Indies also.
Maybe that Pakistan knock I remember. Outstanding knock. Yeah. Oh, he was player of the tournament.
Yeah, he was.
I remember he had a torrid. You're right. Yeah. He had a torrid.
He dropped from SRS that season only.
Not even dropped from the team.
He was left in the hotel. And Gordon, he used to sit in the stands and like wave their flag.
But Australia backed him. Anyway, I have Australia told everyone that they are serious title contenders in this match, or you're not reading too much into it?
They need not announce. You know that. I don't think you need thumping victories for Australia to make a point. They know how to silence the crowds very well.
One thing I would want is the Lucknow Super Giant management. Please watch the T20 World Cup. Please watch the T20 World Cup, because where is a Stoinis batting?
And what is a Quinton?
5. Where is a Nicholas Pooran batting for his team? Please see the T20 World Cup. This goes out to Justin Langer, to KL Rahul, to everyone who was part of that decision making, who decided to play Stoinis at number 3 and Nicholas Pooran at 5.
No, there could be some politics involved.
QDK as well.
QDK as well.
No, but some politics could be involved.
Whatever it is, but then if there is politics.
KL Rahul said,
What?
That there is a lot of
that was for the India thing that he said.
KL Rahul said there is no politics here.
Less politics here, much more.
Said it is
so
1,000 times.
Little bit of politics.
No, he said whatever you. He's right. He said whatever you see here in the IPL,
it's 10x.
No, but in this case, if there is little bit of politics, that little bit of politics is going to be done by the coach and the captain only, na. So they are doing it. Politics किस में होती है? बाकी प्लेयरों पे होती है ना. So the ones who are doing it
is that the franchise is interfering.
Yeah, but I am telling you, if the franchise was interfering in this situation, I would have wanted the franchise to interfere, because I'm sure the decision, the franchise only interfered when the ship had sailed, when they were hammered by that Sunrisers Hyderabad game where it was done. Till then, they had a very good chance of making that loss, in the margin of that loss finished it for them. They could have interfered earlier, and I'm just saying it from the outside. When you are watching a Nicholas Pooran, who is arguably, and I maintain, the best T20 batter in the world right now, top order batter. His team is batting him at number 3. He has the best numbers, and you're sending him at number 5. And Stoinis, who is at best a dasher. He cannot be a number 3. He can give you one rare knock, which he gave you that 100. A dasher can give you, right?
124.
It's like sending a pinch hitter up. One day he will give you, but mostly he will be hit and a miss, and mostly misses. He is batting 5, perfect. I think that is the position for him, because you send him at a situation where he doesn't need to rotate the strike. You just have one mandate for him. Boom, go for it. He's best suited for that. A Nicholas Pooran is not that. A Nicholas Pooran is a proper bat who on occasion can rotate. 1 or 2 balls, he can, even if he takes that pressure, he'll release it in another over by smashing 20 runs. So so you didn't do that. You had the armory, you had all the weapons, but you decided to use the wrong weapon for the wrong thing. So you had one gun which was needed for shooting infantry forces which are 100 meter away. You're trying to shoot planes with that. Then the top that you needed to shoot planes, you're throwing where the infantry is coming because it's landing behind them. It's passing them. Wrong weapons being used for the wrong reasons. But poor. I hope the management, the owners, everyone from Lucknow Super Giant watches those players, how they are being utilized by the international teams.
And what about Glenn Maxwell here? He's carried his
he's the only one who's consistent. Let's give it to him.
Fifth duck in his last 10 T20
Yes,
innings.
for all the criticism that goes around that some players are alleged to play better for franchise, not for international. Some are alleged to play good for international team, not for franchise. In Glenn Maxwell's case, he is very consistent.
No, but Glenn Maxwell, we know what he can do on his day.
Oh, but with that, he's done in IPL also.
Yeah.
On his days.
Yeah. So I would play
he's
Glenn
consistent.
Maxwell. Because in an IPL season, I know not this time, but usually he would definitely win you at least 2 games. So I would keep a player who would win me 2 games, even if he's scoring ducks or single-digit runs in the whole season.
Now he's played, after that World Cup knock, has played 20 games,
Yeah.
not one you won.
Yeah.
So it's not 2 out of 10, it's 0 out of 20. Still now, I don't know, it might change.
Yeah.
So the success rate is not 2 out of 10,
It's 2 out.
it may be 1 out of 30.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
I would still play just because of the reason that the fear the other team would be having that a Glenn Maxwell has to come no matter the form he is in.
Yeah.
I would still.
I think with the Glenn Maxwell, the thing is that both teams are in fear. The team that he plays for, the team that is opposite. Opposite team is fearing today he'll come good. The team that he's playing for is fearing like, I hope he comes good, you know.
But
today.
one more failure, would you replace him with Josh English?
Oh.
Good question. I think, I would, but I'll tell you why. Because I am watching him in a continuation from the IPL. But I don't think Australia would, because I don't think they are keeping in mind the IPL thing. No. So for them, the patient level will dip once 4, 5, 6 games have gone.
Yeah.
So why, as I said, for us it is because we're consistently seeing him not do it for RCB
IPL,
and so we have reached the threshold. Boss, ab to bahut ho gaya. But maybe Australia is like RCB, whatever happened.
No, I don't think they're going to drop Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah, not now. That's
the
what I'm
tournament.
Who knows?
Had he just played as a batter, then things would have been different because he can contribute in the bowling department also. So
maybe
that's where, because he has been bowling very consistently since the last ODI World Cup.
Yeah.
So obviously it does not make any sense to drop him. But yeah, if there are string of low scores in the next 2-3 matches, then yeah, for sure. Then I would replace him.
Guess. Okay, Australia, you said are playing the way they play. What about India? Have India, even though it's Ireland, but have India sent some signals to other teams that?
Not really.
No? I would think they have. I'll tell you why. Because anyway, a lot of people had picked India as one of the favorites. Whether you see that there is some pressure, fan pressure, broadcaster pressure, whatever you look at it, I don't know. But I know a lot of them who are not even on Indian broadcasters also picked India as one of the favorites. Now my point is, why I think this performance against Ireland really needs to be looked at carefully, because for us at least, or at least Indian fans, there was still a doubt that whether you have sent the right team or not. Let's be honest. That was still some doubts being raised that, listen, what has changed from the last 2 World Cups? Pretty much the same team. It's the old wine in a new bottle sort of a thing you've sent. So India needed a clinical performance to begin with, to start with. I know that people will point out that when it comes to minnows, I don't know whether Ireland would be happy as being referred to as minnows, but against minnows, though, India have, even though KL Rahul was not there, who scores at least 80s, 90s, 100s against minnows, yet, your performances against minnows have always been very good. But I still think that we didn't know who's going to be opening, what your combination is, all of that. You've kind of now given us a.
But even the superior cricketers, you expect, regardless of where you play, even if you open with the Shivam Dubey, in a match like that, you're 9 times out of 10 winning against Ireland.
Ireland's run you close. Yeah? Ireland is the same
those
team
are
that
B
just
teams.
beaten Pakistan.
Those are B teams that have played Ireland.
But Pakistan again is a team you can expect anything
I'm
from.
not saying that beating Ireland is like you've beaten New Zealand. It's not that. Completely. I mean, had your first match been against Pakistan and you beat them, then of course it's a different way you look at it. Had your first match been against New Zealand, you beat them, you're looking at them seriously. But all I'm saying is that, Ireland could be a banana peel game. You never know. You falter. But how India won is what I'm saying.
You
see, like you're looking at Australia versus Oman just now, and you're saying that Oman also at one point had Australia under the pump. Then they were chasing also decently well. Then fell short. Whatever, and the margin doesn't look that big. Fine, but in India's case, okay, just go again. Not a great pitch, but. By the way, Jasprit Bumrah said, I'm okay. I'm okay with the pitch. He's helping the bowlers because he's so used to playing on pitches where just not help bowlers. He's like, I'm fine with the pitch. Batters may have a problem. Who cares? It's helping the bowlers. But I'm saying, if you see India's bowling performance, and they are not novices. Some of those Irish batters are dangerous. Yeah. They are the ones who can smash 40 balls, 70s. There are some who can even smash hundreds there in that batting lineup and have. So, what India made Ireland look like, it was like a clinical, like a bully sort of a performance. Like, like how bullies go in, like Australia would to any other team at their peak, going in, whoever you are, we're going to dominate you, we're going to bully you. And truth be told, India bullied them while bowling. Yes, pitch helped them, they bullied. But India also batted on that tricky pitch, didn't allow them anywhere close to be bullied. They dominated, they said, okay, tricky pitch, we'll figure out a way to play, but this is how we play, we want. So they bullied them on both departments. In the way they bowled, in the way they batted. I'm sure that, not that any team would have taken India lightly, but this also like kind of wakes you up. Yeah, this team means business. They've come here meaning business.
We saw exactly, we got the same vibes, you saw exactly the same thing 8 months back as well. With India, it is, that.
But that was one bad.
You have seen it for 10 years now, which
but
is why I will not take
the world.
Yes, they were playing, the whole World Cup campaign was turning out to be an absolute dream.
So one bad day they had. And in Rohit Sharma's world, he didn't even know that day happened.
We've had 6-7 of such days, right, in the last 10 years. So, and this is now down to temperament and not skill. What you saw yesterday was just ultimate skill. No, that
I agree. But Harshit, see, that's a different debate. That you choke under pressure or you freeze under pressure. Yeah. That's a different debate. But I'm saying even in terms of, I didn't know whether this Indian team in this World Cup is one of the strongest teams. Let's be honest, right?
I don't have them in my top 4.
Neither do I.
But does that not change now?
No. I'll tell you why.
That's the question. I'm
not
asking what happens in a knockout.
Yeah, I have given India not just seeded A1, but I do actually look at them being the group toppers, having won all games as well in the group stage. I don't expect India to stumble anyway. It's in the Super Stage 8 where I feel problems will be for the Indian team, and for those reasons I don't see India making the semi-final as well. And there's a trend over here. I'm just going by the trend. Yeah. I'm going in with the fact that yes, these are all great players and this and that, but at the moment the assembly that you've put together, it's a heterogeneous group which is now being put together for a reason that you now have to address, and whatever you didn't do it for one full year, you did it for one series, that too only 2 out of the 3 matches. Yes. And I see problems there. I do see some problems there. I don't quite see those problems in other teams. So does it change? Does it take away the fact that they can't be group toppers? No, they will be group toppers. They are a good team that way. But are they better than the others? I don't quite feel so.
Okay, I mean, see, I am saying that I put them in the top 4.
Yeah,
but I will tell you that this performance has impressed me a bit, because I also had a few doubts in my mind. Doubts as in, would it be an ideal playing 11? Would they be able to find a balance? Will they have enough batting till number 8? I don't know how the bowling is going. Some of those bowlers are getting hammered. I know again pitch helped. I know all of those things. Yeah. But I needed to be a bit reassured, or maybe that initial nerves needed to settle down, maybe see them once. Who knows, this could have been a start where you panicked and you not lost, but you lost by the skin of your teeth. You survived. Yeah. And that would have made me panicky throughout the tournament. Boss, this team is a bit tricky. I don't know what's going to happen to them going forward.
But look at it. Look at the players we saw. Look at the players we saw. That element of risk, or that element of us being, a little circumspect about this team would have been, let's say, had you started with the Yashasvi, because Yashasvi at this stage is something we don't know how the pressure of the T20 World Cup then gets to him and all of that. You saw experienced customers in Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant making a comeback, but no new to the grand stage. He's also been here. Then you saw a Dubey, who is the only new kid on the block, let's say. Otherwise, you knew what to expect. They're all players who know how to handle pressure.
No, I'll tell you there are a few things that are different from what I expected. Again, I am keeping the pitch in mind. Again, I'm keeping the opposition in mind. But as I said, tricky customer. For example, the way Rohit Sharma played, I would have had slight doubts as to his form. He got 100, but the way he played on a tricky pitch, might I add, had it been a true Wankhede like pitch, you don't know, he could have gone ballistic also. Right, that Hardik Pandya in both the warm-up game and the bowler, his batting, I was worried for him. Remember, he got picked. Our report cards that we were making weren't looking very good for a lot of players. Yeah. So the way he's played, all I'm saying is that okay, he can have another failure. Maybe he gets a duck in the Pakistan game or something like that. I know that. Pawan, thank you so much. Very kind of you. I requested him that.
Pretty cold.
I don't want that. It was too hot outside. Yeah. I had to walk.
I would go with Nikhil here because even I expect India to reach the top 4, but there the reasons that I have, and one of the major reasons there is the flexibility that you have basically shown in your batting lineup. See, before the start of the World Cup, no one of us, I think, here expected that Rishabh Pant would bat at number 3, or maybe Suryakumar Yadav could be promoted up the order. Just for example, I'm just quoting an instance. So what I'm basically seeing here is that
I want to know that okay, initially you picked them. Has your outlook changed a bit after the warm-up and the Ireland game is what I want to know. What is the outlook change about him?
Two things that I will say. Number one, yes, my outlook has changed. And the primary reason...
More positive now than before? Slightly more positive?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Because in this lineup, Rohit Kohli and Suryakumar Yadav have assured places. The remaining batters, Pant, Dubey, Pandya, Jadeja, Axarpatel, I'm telling you, there will be matches wherein you will see them batting at different positions. Don't be surprised if a certain Shivam Dubey bats at number 3. Yeah. It could happen. Even Hardik Pandya could be promoted to number 3. So when a team has that much of a flexible lineup, I'm telling you that team actually means business.
But is that a personal feeling or you... Because what's been the evidence for it to suggest that there could be shuffling of the batting positions?
It depends upon the situation.
That Rishabh Pant is playing at 3 is also flexibility.
But we were also looking at Rishabh Pant over there only.
No. I had
it depends upon, it depends upon the situation and the matchups.
No, we had Rishabh Pant at 5.
Yeah, we had Rishabh Pant was definitely not.
Who did we slot in at 3?
Virat Kohli. And Sky at 4, and even if there was certain time we debated if Rocco or opening Summit at Sky at 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's right. Dubey on certain occasion may bat at 3 on a given day. Your openers have given you a 100+ start, and you are batting till 12:30.
Basically, what South Africa can do with a certain Hendrick Classic, India can do with Shivam Dubey. Yeah. That's one of the points. Secondly, I think I was very impressed with the selection in hindsight. That India went with 3 seamers. At the toss, everyone was like, oh, why you haven't played Kuldeepyadav or something like that. But when you look at the decision, I think it proved to be very good because all your seamers did well. And then you look at the net run rate also, with which I think India topped the Group A. I think it's 3 point something if I am not wrong.
Yeah.
There was, I think, completely, I think I would say good selections, well thought. And this is something that you can expect in the coming games also. So don't be surprised that India is going with maybe Kuldeep and Chahal both, depending upon the pitch that you are playing on. So the
Kuldeep and Chahal both.
It is possible.
How
Anything is possible.
I doubt.
So basically, my point is coming from just flexibility.
How would you play Kuldeep and Yuzi? What are you going to do? Who goes?
Then batting in the 7 then.
Yeah, then you might have to bat at number 7. That's the point.
Yes, one. Okay.
Yeah, or maybe one of Jadeja or Akshar gets dropped, which more.
Okay, so one is that. Who else?
That could be just one of the instances wherein you are fielding 3 seamers.
No, I'm saying you have, let's say, Yuzi and. Let's say the 11 yesterday. Kuldeep and Yuzi have come in. Who are the 2 going out?
One has to be a pacer. One has to be a pacer. Let's say Siraj.
One batter maybe.
Yeah. So your batting would be assuming it's Axar who's gone out.
Yeah.
And let's say an Arshdeep hypothetically are gone out. So your batting is finished at number 6 because at Jadeja. No, Jadeja is at 7.
Seven. Jadeja is 7.
He's hitting
So
every
then
day,
can you?
taking-
No,
yeah,
you can't play with that.
absolutely.
I don't think you can afford a
I
luxury.
was just
of
basically
having both.
quoting a thing that it could happen. It may not happen, but yeah, there is a possibility that it could happen because of the flexibility that this team is showing.
I'll tell
No,
you.
but don't you think the
It depends on the
flexibility you're
matchups,
talking
basically.
about? I feel that I do understand that you play the team according to the situations. Why this team still doesn't give me that confidence is because I feel as soon as you see a string of low scores from someone like a Shivam Dube,
Yeah.
I see that the team would definitely try to make changes and try those combinations again just to get the perfect 11 again. As of now, Shivam Dube is in the 11. We haven't seen much of him again. I would
No, but you have options now, Shashwat. See, for example, Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah.
You were saying you will back him.
Yeah.
You'll keep going. So same with Shivam Dube.
But the difference is that Shivam Dube, we saw Shivam Dube has been picked on the basis of the IPL.
Yeah.
The person who was actually in line who should have been picked was Rinku Singh.
No.
You picked a Shivam
That I
Dube on
agree
the
with
basis
you.
of that. So now when you could take that decision on the basis of IPL, I feel as soon as someone like a Shivam Dube fails, you would want to replace him. And to replace him, I think the whole combination will get disturbed.
I don't think, see, that's the thing. I think Siddharth made a good point that the Indian batting is very flexible.
Yeah.
You were told before the tournament started that Sanju Samson is also a batting option. Don't always look at it. You can always slot him in. He is another guy who will bat at any position. Rishabh Pant can bat at any position. Hardik Pandya can bat at any position from that. So you have multiple options of rotating. And by the way, you can even shift it in a way that Yashasvi comes up the
Yeah,
order
and
everyone moves one step down.
Yeah.
And that also will not cost too much. So I think India has that kind of backup. That's not the issue. The only issue that will arise, if you look at yesterday's 11, we all wanted to play Yashasvi. That's not happened. But I don't think the batting order will be an issue. That's fine. You go with Rocco as openers, okay, and Pant at 3 and Sky at 4, whatever. The problem will be in your bowling. Now, and the problem is,
But do you think, just staying at the batting first, do you think that the intent everyone is seeing as of now from either it be Virat or the team in general, I still feel that as soon as you're under the pump and once you're in go to the Super 8s, you'll lose a game and you come in a situation where it's a must win. I feel again there still this batting doesn't give me the confidence except Yashasvi Jaiswal, who is not even in the 11. Nobody else still gives me the confidence who would play with the same intent if
why
you're
not?
like 20 for 2, 20 for 3.
I think Rohit Sharma has kind of changed the way he plays now. I think Virat Kohli has shown you that he's changed the way he plays. I think a Hardik Pandya in the Indian setup now is showing you that he's being told that he has to play. So I feel that this is the conversation they've had. I agree on previous occasions they've been falling short of that kind of approach. I think this time approach may not be an issue. That does not mean that they will not lose.
Yeah.
They could have a day where they lose, fine. You lose to a better team, the other guy goes. But I think the intent, because you have suffered so many times, I think whatever I've seen from the Afghanistan series till now, even the warm-up game in mind, and even by the way yesterday, even against Ireland where you could have gone at any stage, and you're not even in a group where now net run rate would be issue, you have to, yet they continue to play like that. They continue to play. I think that is something that they've made up their mind, that they will play aggressive cricket. Yes, on a rare day when it's a very tricky pitch to change, you would expect them, but that won't be a problem. And that's why I see batting not a problem. I think your bowling and the bowling combination, because what you have done, I like the balance that we discussed, that there's no way that I can have my batting finish at 6 with Jadeja at 7. That is asking for trouble when most other teams are going to have Cummins at 8, 9 or whatever, that sort of a scenario. You cannot afford to be playing. That's where you have, but what have you done to get that balance? You have played 2 spinners in Jadeja and Akshar, who I'm afraid from the top of my, I have not looked at data, but from the top of my head are not necessarily your wicket taking options. They will get you a wicket here and there when the batter is attacking or so, but they are not the ones that will win. So who are the bowlers, if you ask me now in your squad, who are the bowlers that can win you matches single-handedly? Jasprit Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, Siraj, he's been out of form, but on a given day if he's on fire, is a bowler who can win you matches, right? So I need to go in
Even
a
Hardik Pandya,
team.
for that matter.
Yes, but I have to go in with as many match-winning bowlers, not filling bowling slots. Okay, now what this is allowing me, this combination with the Jadeja and Akshar looks very good on paper, that my batting is sorted till number 8, which is very good. I have 6 bowling options, luxury once again. In fact, with Dubey, 7 bowling options. Again, a luxury. So, on the face of it, looks good. But what you're not seeing actually is that your match-winning bowlers, some of them would have to be sitting on the bench on a day where you probably get in a third spinner. In Kuldeep, you'll have to drop a fast bowler. There's a good chance a Siraj then goes out. So, you're that way sacrificing. And my question is that, are you okay with Jadeja, Akshar playing in the team which gives you batting till 8 but sacrifices wicket taking abilities?
I think with Jadeja, one thing is for sure, that team is going to persist with him no matter the batting form that he has been in the past few years, and no matter the fact that his 6 hitting ability has taken a hit. This is where I feel that, if you remember, just before the 2022 T20 World Cup, there was a statement that Rohit Sharma gave that we would like to try Jadeja up the order, and then he got injured and he had this knee surgery. Okay. There is a good chance that he could be promoted up the order here, because he now takes his time to build his innings and then can probably go for the kill.
I agree.
He'll just be there for the experience factor.
I do agree with this point, because in during the IPL also we saw Jadeja coming up the order, and that could also be because of the same reason.
I agree, but my point is, if this was a 50-over game, now I would have agreed with you guys.
Yeah.
That still works with Jadeja coming in. But I'm afraid 2020, where you're already going in with so many batting options, where you're already in a situation where Hardik Pandya for some is batting much lower than you can't have a Jadeja. I doubt it.
Okay.
Also, see, what am I then losing out? If I am promoting a Jadeja to number 4, let's say, he's replacing somebody like a Surya, then we'll have to bat Surya at 5. Because top 3 are pretty
see
much.
That when you get this opener.
The thing is, then you look at the trade-off. Then the trade-off is a batter who can bat in in 4th gear, 5th gear, whatever, vis-a-vis a Jadeja who will then take time to hit 5th gear. Now, is the trade-off worth it? I don't quite think so.
See,
the trade-off worth it for
for Jadeja to be moved up the order,
I
because the trade-off
when that number 5, that could be the spot, but
I'm saying you have enough. See, this is the problem that you will, if you do that, is a thing that some IPL teams do, and they end up harming themselves. I think you gave a Chennai example. I think Chennai harmed themselves by not utilizing their lower order firepower, by extending their batting.
And even Dubey for that matter, I feel.
Yeah, even Dubey on certain occasions. I agree. See, in India, why would you want, in a 50 over, I agree that you reach a situation where you need someone to, bite the time for 10 over stretch or 12 over period, then to save some of my hitters. Here, there is no time. All of them have to keep attacking at given time. They're all capable batters. Then you get thing. The issue comes is when you're playing. That's why I said batting is not your issue. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to send a Jadeja. Your issue will be in bowling, where you're making a wicket-taking bowler, Kuldeep, or for that matter, Chahal as well, sit out because they do not give you batting, and you want batting till 8. That's why you see. You look at the numbers. These are just the IPL numbers. If you see the wicket-taking abilities. Look at Chahal and Kuldeep, 18 and 16. Look at Jadeja and Axarpatel.
Kuldeep did not play a couple of matches. Had he played, figures would have been different.
Exactly. Now, see, so that's what I'm saying. While Jadeja, Akshar will finish their quota of 4 overs at a decent economy, that's what they do. But are they the ones that will win you, run through a side on a given day? No. See, I'll give you an example. Let me put you in a situation. You spoke about Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell, one of those days, is going mad. You're in a crucial game. You're not being able to stop him. I don't think a Jadeja or an Akshar can produce. He'll hammer them. Kuldeep can come up with that beauty that even when a destructive batter is on song, gives you that beauty. Game turns.
He produced that delivery against Josh Butler.
That's what I'm saying. Or at Bumrah. That's why I go to these bowlers, right? On a given day, one guy is going crazy. Everything, because he's in such a mood, everything is in his arc out. That's why you need a Kuldeep or a Bumrah to produce your magic.
See,
that's when you will need.
The numbers tell you, the IPL numbers tell you how Kuldeep becomes important and why Akshar and Jadeja do enough to pip a Chahal. Tad expensive, but I don't think economy is really the concern over the fact that there's some wickets that the both of them give plus the batting. With Kuldeep, it's his utter beauty and it's utter skill with the ball the whole aspect of him being him taking the pitch out of the equation.
Correct.
Chinaman, left armer, can take the ball away from the right hander as well, can bring it back in, so has the ability to trouble both lefties and righties. That's where Kuldeep goes ahead of Chahal. And the other two, as Rohit Sharma, by the way, not once, twice, even yesterday after the match got over, he referred to the two spinners as all-rounders.
Yeah.
So that is telling you more and more that India will be sticking to these two, at least in the first leg.
See, if you see the T20I numbers as well, that's where I think Akshar still kind of matches up to a Yuzi or a Kuldeep. You only have to see their wickets basis, their matches. So, Kuldeep's 18 have also come only in 12 matches. But look at Jadeja's 7 in 12. So what that tells you that Jadeja, the bowler, is not going to offer you that much. To that extent, Akshar also, his wickets are less than the matches they played in both their situation. But look at Kuldeep. And by the way, might I add, why Kuldeep is so much better? Some of these numbers, because you're starting Jan 2022, Kuldeep from 2023 has become a different bowler.
So since that Asia Cup.
Correct.
Remember when you started to have that conversation about his run up, being more straighter, faster,
Correct.
things that he worked on during the time that he got injured. So all of the time that he spent at the
This
NC.
is where my big question comes to all of you. Are India bold enough to drop Ravindra Jadeja?
They are not. They're not.
They
But
are
I see, what, okay, fine, whatever you go, you don't want to drop Jadeja, fine. But then, unfortunately, Akshar would then have to go. But see, this is where the balance, and this is tricky. Maybe there's no right answer. I also agree that you need batting till 8. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because of now what other teams are doing. Which is why my solution to the problem is, that I will bring in a Kuldeep and take a fast bowler out.
Would you? But you're not doing that in New York, are you?
I will see going forward.
Going forward, I feel
I will have to trust a Hardik Pandya with the
4 overs.
4 overs. So there is a Hardik. There are 2 other fast bowlers that I have, and then I have a Kuldeep as well as a
Dubey.
Jadeja,
Can be somebody you can get 2 overs if need be.
No, so one is that you get that. The other is the way you fix it is, if you bring in a Yashasvi, push everyone down.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm removing a fast bowler.
Then just 5.
Then you are just going with 6 bowlers.
No, 5.
5 bowlers.
5.
So
if
basically,
everyone
then Shivam Dubey.
Then Dubey.
No, I'm keeping Dubey.
So you're doing
basically it is
Yashasvi,
Yashasvi,
Rohit, Virat,
Yes.
Surya,
Pant.
I am dropping one between Jadeja, Akshar.
Okay.
Kuldeep comes in.
Okay.
and a fast bowler goes out.
Fast bowler goes out, Yashasvi comes in.
So your
you're
batting
keeping
goes till
Dubey
8.
basically.
Yes.
You're trusting him to be your 6th bowler.
Because how else will my batting be till number 8? No.
Then
See,
it's
the
still-
issue is right now, and I agree
Okay,
that the
got
Indian
it.
team is caught between a rock and a
think-
hard place.
yes.
They need batting till 8
Yes.
as well as they going with 6 bowlers. Somewhere you have to compromise. I am saying I also want batting till 8, but I also don't want a Kuldeep Yadav out.
Yeah.
I need a match winning bowler. If not Kuldeep, you want to go to UZ, whatever. I need a proper match winning. So I bring him, my Yashasvi comes in, opens, and by that logic, number 3 is Virat, Rohit, whoever you want to play. Your
Till
everything
4,
comes down.
5 is.
So my
then-
batting is now Jadeja at 8
Got it.
and
or
Hardik at 7.
if you are bold enough to drop.
Whatever. Jadeja at 8 or Akshar, whatever, that's 8. 7 is because my flexible batting, someday it could be a Dubey, someday Hardik, whatever, Pant, someday, I don't know. Just you rotate.
8 is
that
Kuldeep,
way.
9, 10 are Bumrah.
No. 8 is Jadeja, bhai.
Jadeja, yeah,
My
Akshar.
batting is still 8.
9 is Kuldeep, 10, 11 are the 2 pacers.
2 pacers. Third pacer is Hardik Pandya. And I want them to do the job. The 6th bowling option on a given day, I will give it to a Dubey. Marcus Stoinis picked up 3 wickets. I will trust Dubey to do something. He knows how to pick up wickets. The problem with him is he can be expensive. Give him some confidence. I won't even mind trying a Yashasvi Jaiswal on an occasion or two to bowl an over. Or
But
two.
he thinks he's as good as Kapil Dev.
Who?
Dubey.
Steve.
He's not said that.
Fleming said.
Fleming said that, not Dubey. That is my solution because I don't know. I think for everything else the Indian team has sorted, but just that keeping a match-winning bowler out on a with Ireland and all is fine against a big team. When one of those maverick batters is going crazy, I need a game turner. and that game turner could be Bumrah, or if that is not happening,
I know it's not going to happen and it is far-fetched, but I think you have to have similar expectations from a Yashasvi as well. He brings in that X factor. He is an X factor opener.
Yashasvi, so it's also started.
That's
it's
what.
also sorted.
Exactly. See, again,
So
we may not
don't
give him
give
that
that
much
team
credit.
Yashasvi,
We had him in the 11 that we made.
Rohit at 3.
No. That's why we disagreed then also.
Why I would also want a Yashasvi.
Okay, you can change
the
that.
problem is, on a given day, if the team is, if on a wicket where 180 is your pass score and you're 20 for 2 and you have a Virat or a Rohit playing while you have 2 wickets have gone.
So there's Surya gone, Yashasvi gone.
Yeah, and so as of now there's no
See,
Yashasvi.
can we just
But
show can you show these stats? Why I'm saying what is the difference? Why these are ODI numbers, but white ball numbers. What is it telling you? Since 2022, look at Kuldeep in 38 matches, 61 wickets. Look at Chahal in 16-24. But the best standout is Kuldeep. See how many wickets he gets. Look at Jadeja, 29 matches, 32, almost roughly a wicket a match. And Kuldeep is roughly around double the wickets than the matches, right? Akshar also kind of less than a wicket a match, right? So I know the overs would also be less probably for an Akshar on an occasion, doesn't get full quota of 10 overs, agreed. But I'm just saying, I need wicket takers, and right now if you look at all numbers, Kuldeep is a certified wicket taker, boss.
Yes.
Wickets win you matches. That's why I'm saying I need
Right
Kuldeep
now though, again you...
and I need batting till 8.
Indian
How do I fix it? Yashasvi, Kuldeep in, one bowler. A pacer goes.
But in the USA leg,
it's not happening.
in the USA leg,
USA
I'm
leg-
not going to fix something that's not broken. That's the point.
Yeah, because in the USA leg, you're not probably getting a very tricky game other than the Pakistan. But I'm saying if you're playing in England, you're playing a West Indies, you're playing on Australia.
Kuldeep has to play.
Andre Russell is going crazy. How you want to stop him? Only a Bumrah could.
Or your Kuldeep.
Or Kuldeep could.
And you really cannot have then 8 overs of Jadeja Aksar at those batters.
Yes,
you
that's
cannot.
my-
It's automatically a lottery for the batting side.
Lottery, it's runs for the taking then. If there is just only, a hint of turn, which at times, by the way, doesn't help Aksar and Jadeja both, then though, everything that comes in the arc is out of the park.
Yeah.
If it's in the arc, it's out of the, no.
Yeah.
If
The
it's
arc or
in
the-
the V, if it's in the V, it's in the tree, something like that. This one came with this David Miller.
In the V, in the tree.
Something like that.
Out-
if it's
out in
in
the
the
trees.
arc, it's out of the park. If it's in the V, it's in the tree. Something like that. So he decided that season that he had, that was his mantra. That Gujarat Titans season, where he was smashing everything. Said went with just this.
Yeah.
I did an interview with him on Sports Today. He mentioned that.
In the V.
So what was his mantra is something like that. And he said, if it's here, then he'll go there. If it's here, it will go there. That's it. 2 things. He had zeroed it. Worked for him.
But all of us on the same page that you don't see Kuldeep sort of playing at least for the next.
I think he could play
3
against
games.
Pakistan.
Yeah, even I
It's a
feel
possibility.
so. Even
I
feel
don't.
Then how do you make your 11?
the same side, I'll just remove a
One
pacer.
pacer-
But the problem
As a
is that
pacer
Rohit has
mover,
now come out and said that we are going to go with a heavy fast bowling unit.
I think-
but I would still want Kuldeep.
I think India is.
The New York pitch you've seen enough of it, I think.
No, but then you have Hardik and Dubey also, na?
See,
And
what-
Dubey
up
on
and
this
down
wicket, I
thing,
think
if you want
is
that
a
up and down
good
thing, if you
option.
want to make the most of the up and down thing, the variable bounce, give it to the pacers. They were hitting the right lengths, as Rohit said. They've all played Test cricket. They know these lengths, how to exploit these conditions. Only Arshdeep hasn't, but he too found the right lengths, having spent enough time with the
But even if a Kuldeep comes in and the team you are telling, that team also doesn't give me confidence again because of the same reason, because I haven't seen them do that, and I still feel that
Seen what?
seen them going all guns blazing as a.
I've got Yashasvi also in that team.
Yashasvi, only Yashasvi. I still
Arre,
feel,
फिर तो then I can do anything, it will not give you confidence. यार.
I don't know.
You are basically saying the 15 that have gone there are not giving you confidence. Then the fact is, doesn't matter what team we make, it is not going to give you confidence,
I
which
think
is okay,
what-
which is
what
fair.
Which is
flexi-
also right.
Fair.
What
But the
flexibility
point
means.
is, he does not have confidence in the 15 that have gone there.
Yeah. See what.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
That's it. That
To be
11
honest,
whatever
it
I make. Oh, 11
It
whatever
is
I
true.
I think
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
What
fair enough.
flexibility means is that you are studying the matchups very closely. This is just my gut feeling that there is definitely a close look at the data also. So don't be surprised that if in West Indies you are playing on a track where it is actually going to offer a lot for the pace bowlers, India can still go with Kuldeep there. So what?
The spinners
anything
are.
is possible.
Kuldeep is definitely playing. It's not saying that Kuldeep doesn't play. Kuldeep plays, but in the second leg of the tournament.
It's about matchups. That's what I'm.
No, but then when you will play, then you're batting till 7, my friend.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the
then
problem.
you're batting at till 7.
I'm
but
not
I think
too
in some
happy.
matches we will see that.
No, not fair. It's going to put you into trouble. If you have to play this new template that you are saying,
then you need batting till 8.
Yeah.
look at other teams.
What will happen?
West Indies. Akhil Hussain will play at 9 or 10
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
10 maybe.
And you'll suddenly when wickets fall on the top, you'd send a Jadeja or somebody to like actually lengthen your batting.
Yes.
That's and that's also the reason why the team would not drop a Jadeja, because he's that safety sort of a player who would give the team safety and would give the batting a little.
I can pass on. We'll have to end because I have a flight to catch. But I'll pass on your message to the team. Shashwat says that doesn't matter what you do. This 15 doesn't do anything. Harshit says doesn't matter what you do. You're not making the semis. Any message that you have for the team?
No, but give them our best wishes as well. I'd be happily proven wrong
Even same.
if that's the case.
I would be really happy if this time I'm proven wrong.
Where is your jersey?
Josie?
I will. I have a message to pass on. Just very, something that's heard very much in the press conferences. Just follow the process.
Process.
That's it. Just follow the process.
Okay. So hopefully then
You keep DMing your messages.
you let us know what you think is the right balance.
No, but DM your messages to the Indian team. Nikhil's got
I
a
will
flight
pass
to
them
catch.
on.
He will
Yeah. In next we will next dugout will I be able to join from the next to next dugout. Next to next dugout will be
Saturday.
from live from New York.
Yeah. What is it that's on your mind immediately after you land?
That I have to wade through the infamous New York traffic and go through the infamous JFK airport, which is considered one of the worst on the planet. That is on now.
Have you looked at?
What if I hope I don't get deported? That's the other thing that's on my mind. Nothing else.
And where's your shopping list?
Shopping I've already done from here. I only buy things from India. Not a problem. Best. See, the clothes are made in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and then
Indonesia.
I might as well buy from here.
But what about electronics? How many iPhones have you been told by friends,
nobody,
family, iPads?
I think told you to bring two, no?
And nothing.
No, I don't. Mine is.
See, Pawan has a Pro. He will not ask for a new phone. Shashwat also has an iPhone he got last year. He has an iWatch
It's
also.
almost the same price. Now iPhones are being made in India.
Yeah. And India, they're really cheap now.
That's what I'm saying. Now that
No.
price
Even
difference is
then,
gone.
you have a 10-20 grand difference at times.
No, but you can get that GST thing done and then.
So
it's
not
the
everyone
same.
has a GST, na?
No, but then you have to come and pay here, na?
For.
I have to declare it the custom. You think I'm a thief? I'm go in without declaring it.
No. I was talking about if you buy.
Achha, last thing.
Take the tax rebate from there and here. Don't declare and slimily bring it inside.
You figured out what eateries to go to? That is something you should do on during your time in the lounge.
No, I have relatives there.
No, but there's so many
What
good
time you
bakeries
landing
out
so that
there.
people can meet you if they want to.
We are landing at 7 a.m. New York time. Yeah.
So they
So
can
by the
meet
time
if
you
they
come at
want
9
to.
a.m. But by the time you get out of the 9
And if
a.m.
tonight also if they want to
JFK.
meet you, they can meet you outside the Delhi airport.
John F. Kennedy,
Today also they can meet you outside the Delhi airport.
Delhi airport in the night.
In case you forget something, let me know. Father's also coming. I told you 1 week later.
Okay, great.
Any bhujia?
No, nothing. I can live, I can eat. I can survive without my dose of Indian food. There are a lot of people who don't. I can.
Especially
But
vegetarians.
I'm a non-vegetarian. Whichever country I go to, I love to eat their cuisine. I'm not the ones that only go looking for where Indian food is. If I'm in Japan, I'll look for Japanese food. If I'm in Korea, I'll look for Korean food. If I am in Malaysia, I'll look for Malaysian food. If I'm in Italy, I'll have Italian food. I won't go looking for Shere Punjab kahan hai.
I went looking for Indian food and this happened to me. Not find Indian food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Indian food too.
No, but this could have been avoided if you were a non-vegetarian as well.
Yeah, that's also true.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for giving us company as always on the dugout. You guys take care. Have a good weekend. It'll be a good weekend because India-Pakistan coming up. We'll have live coverage from Ground Zero from New York. So subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Press the bell icon so every time there's a live update from there, you'll get to know. Anything else somebody wants to say, or forever hold your silence?
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, Nandri, Vanakkam.
Shubhratri,
Send some
Sabha
good
khair.
wishes to Siddharth Vishwanathan, not well.
Yeah.
Heat stroke.
So send him some good wishes.
Rare one at that.
He should eat his vegetables.
Yes.
He should eat his vegetables.
And
He should be
stay hydrated.
Hydrated.
This is also we say, sir.
Yeah. With him, it's important.
Take
Chalo,
care. Bye.
see you.
Good night.
Bye bye.